same ones as me, but I've got one more written down, and the only reason you haven't written him down is because
You
of his
did
name.
not. You
Fucking daft. Right, hello everybody, and welcome to the final match preview of 2023. Although the game we're previewing isn't until 2024.
Nope.
So I don't know what that means, but you know what I mean. But it is, yes, it's the match preview for Sunderland versus Preston at the Stadium of Light. 12:30 kick-off. We love those 12:30 kickoffs. At the Stadium of Light, New Year's Day. So everyone will be rough as hell off New Year's Eve. Or unless you're like me and don't do New Year's Eve at all, you prefer to have a drink on New Year's Day, then you'll be nice, fresh, and getting on it.
Well, we've got something in common, I think, day New Year's Eve. The giveaway, Sunderland top. We've got 2 Sunderland tops.
As we mentioned before, we've got another shirt giveaway. This time it's another one of these, the Sunderland ones. We've been given to us by our good friends at loosoccer.com. Link is underneath. It's obviously the Sunderland away top. There will be a chance to win it. It's got the badge the way the club's got it.
Discount code GSO7 gets you 5% off as well. We've actually got 2.
We have indeed.
But anyway, we've got a Brazil. The Brazil top's gone, but we just need to draw it, day draw.
Yeah.
But we've all the Christmas and the carry on, we haven't had enough time. And anyway, 2 Sunderland tops. Get the score prediction on this one, and maybe the Newcastle one. And then we'll give away 2.
Yes, we'll do one for this game and one for the Newcastle game. Simple as. But because we're going to do them both on this one, shall we make it more trickier?
Aye.
And say, right, you've got to get the correct score,
Aye.
but you've also got to put down your goal scorers.
Maybe if they get 1, because if it's like...
Or first scorer.
Man,
Because then see if everyone says 2-1, then we'll have like 50 people going if we get the scores right. But then again, suddenly everyone's just going to get 2-1 Clark.
Aye.
You know what I mean? But we'll get to that later on.
We'll get that.
We'll let you know later on, but yeah.
Before we get any further though, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're brand spanking new to the channel. Stephen, we may as well talk about it straight away. The Rotherham versus Sunderland game last night. Listen, we dominated the majority of the game. We had plenty of chances. We just didn't pull the trigger. And, you know, if Clark doesn't turn up, then
I disagree. I disagree. I don't think we dominated play at all. For the last 20 minutes, we had more of the ball. But against a team like that, with the players we have available to us, we should not be putting ourselves in the predicament where we'll have to fucking fight for our lives to scrape a point away at Rotherham.
But the thing is, though, I know you're not happy at this moment in time, but you've got to look at it. Rotherham are a hard team to beat away from home.
They've won 3 games all season.
Aye, but they've stopped Leeds, Coventry, Borough, Ipswich. You name it, they've stopped some really good teams picking up points down there. You know, the big Borough there recently.
Borough's been shite lately.
All they've done is just sat in and tried to absorb everything and catch us on the counter. Didn't get us wrong, they had some really good chances in the first half themselves.
First half, they should have been 3-0 up.
Aye.
If it wasn't for Patterson, he made 3 saves in the space of 90 seconds. But also, I mean, we made it far too easy for them to have that. The amount of times, and it's not just Rotherham's game, it's been happening for ages now. We're just constantly giving the ball away. And quite frankly, I know I'm normally a glass half full kind of guy, and I'm the one who's saying, no, we've got to do this. I'm sick now. I've snapped. Last night, to summarise the whole frigging performance, it was shite. Simply not good enough. The players' decision making was shite. The team selection was shite. The formation was shite. And to summarise, it was shite. And I wasn't happy in the slightest, and it bollocks to the lot of them.
Do you know what, Stephen? It's now changed for me since Mowbray has left. Bales came in, and we're still not starting a striker. Now, I seen somebody say, there's been a lot of coaches now, and they're not starting the strikers, so surely that means they're not good enough. How can Bale make that decision when he hasn't seen any of them play? I think
all this nonsense of people saying that Speakman's picking the team. Speakman's not picking the team. Oh. But we've got players like people say you can't drop Clark. Now you can understand that obviously from a big point of view. He's our top goal scorer by a mile, and he is the one who's bailing us out the shit at certain times. However, I can't help but believe that if Clark wasn't playing in the team, that means we would have to play a different style of football, which would suit the team game rather than just the individual performance. We don't create anything for any centre forwards or anyone running in the box.
No.
We've got Roberts on the right, who like we say we don't know what the crack is with him anymore. I mean, he walked off, which was a good sign. But he went off injured.
Quickly though, Stephen, on Clark, his output's got to be better. His goal contributions are 0, and his assists are only 1. Yes, chances created, it's up there, it is. But that means now at the end of the day, you need to start scoring goals, especially when you see Clark on the other side doing so much. He's got the same instruction as Clark. Cut inside, cut inside.
I've seen many people say, like, oh no, but he is cutting the ball back. He is cutting the ball back. I bet you can count on one hand, and that person's hand could be Jeremy Beadle's with only 3 fingers, right? He might run down, but before he does get to the position to cut it back, he has to be on the edge of the 6-yard box. When was the last time, and here's one for you, stat men of who's out there, have a look, the last time a Sunderland winger actually ran down the wing and whipped across him. Because I guarantee, I kind of think it then, and I've got a good memory. I'm sick to death. What's wrong with Rusin? What is wrong with Rusin? Oh, Sheesh, I thought looked quite lively yesterday in the first half. And then we took Bellingham, for anyone, he should have come off because he's too slow. He didn't do nothing. And whenever he gets the ball, all he wants to do is look for Clark. He's not fast enough, he's not slow enough, and he's soft as shite. Well, he has had a decent... Sorry, I'm just fuming. He has had a decent season at times, he really has. But people, some of our players have been overplayed. We have a big squad and we're not utilising it. It's as simple as that.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Stephen. Bale said after his interview that squad rotation's coming into play now. So we're going to see some players.
What, now we're coming to the end of the busy the busy period? Mint.
But Rusin, you were touching upon Rusin there. Do you know what? We paid 3 million, I think it was, or so, for Rusin. That's the most we've ever spent on a single player in God knows how long. And he's played, since he's come here, 3 games in overall. 3 games we've played him. We've not given him a good long run out. And when we've seen him, the Birmingham game springs to mind because he started that game. I think
he did.
That cushioned header across the box back to Job, instead of being selfish, gone for goal. He knows how to play that role. Start the last man.
You've seen him do the runs. You've seen it the way he's got the head of a striker.
Yes.
But yet again, there's nobody. Last night, I've seen a lot of people slag him burst off.
He made some good runs.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm his number 1 fan because I haven't seen him do enough. He has had some goal contributions this season early on when he was actually in the frame. But yesterday he made 5 or 6 good runs where the defenders left, or he left the defenders, but nobody played the ball through to him, not once.
And do you know what that's down to, for me, is Pritchard. He's got the vision of a pass. He can feed the ball through the Ivan Needle down the defence. He done that against Bristol City, I think it was Elshish. He put Elshish in, and it was like, oh, that was beautiful, that ball. And that's what we missed. And against Rotherham last night, it took the fans, all the away fans, to sing Pritchard's name because it was clear to see we missed his creativity. He's the only one who can make things happen. He's the only one who puts the ball in the box. If he didn't put a ball in the box, causes problems, Clark doesn't score from that.
His ball in the box. Keeper came out, punched it. It fell to Clark. He did the volley. We got a very lucky deflection where it looped over the keeper and it ended up going top ends. But yeah, Clark's getting all the credit for that. If you think about it, it was a shit shot. If he didn't take the deflection, it wouldn't have went in. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we are not playing well at the minute. We are not playing well. And for me, it's just, going on the team, we've kind of just drifted off Rotherham now, because fair play to them, they've got a point. Right. For me, Ekwar has to be dropped. I know you love him and he's your favourite player, but Ekwar has to be dropped. Since he came off from injury, he's been shocking. He's given away the ball more than any other player I can think of. And here's one that's going to surprise you all. O'Nien, he needs to be dropped. I love the guy to bits, love him. But he's more concerned, in the last few games, he's been more concerned about wrestling with the attackers than what he has about focusing and defending the ball. And we're being caught out a few times for it, and last night we nearly got caught out again.
Oh, did he do it last night? No.
Oh, I was wrestling with that.
I
mean, to be fair, he got clipped 3 times in the face by Tom Eames when he came on. He got elbowed.
Not the previous game as well. Coventry, he was doing it.
Coventry was still sitting on the deck when they scored one of their goals.
He cost us the goal, didn't he?
The big changes need to happen.
Oh,
now,
definitely.
We can all sit there, here or stand here and whatever and slag Bale off. He's not the man that any of us wanted. He's been put in charge. From what I've seen so far, he hasn't made any changes whatsoever. He hasn't put his spin on anything, which makes me think, so far, what's the frigging point?
Do you know what Bale was, Stephen? Like you've just said, he weren't anybody's choices at the stadium. So are they worry in a sense where if we start losing a couple of games, how toxic it'll get with the stadium?
Well, it happens in football.
It does happen.
It happens just today. Lee Johnson, manager of Fleetwood, got sacked. He's only been in charge 10 games. No, lost 8 games, been sacked.
He's been sacked twice in 1 year.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He was only at Fleetwood for 10 games and he's been sacked.
But speaking of that, I can't see him doing it. This was their man. That's who they wanted again for. They've given him a contract of 2026. There's no chance they're going to get rid of him. It doesn't matter how bad it gets.
No, not because they'll have to pay him off.
Right now, Preston. The first game of the season we played them. We got beat 2-1. They went on a decent run. They were top of the league for quite a while. I think they won the first 5 or 6. But they've dropped away. Listen,
which we said would happen.
We
said, and there's video evidence to prove it. They did the same last season, and then they dropped away.
Like I say, 1 win, Stephen, the strike back up right
now. They're only 2 points behind us at the minute.
The table's really tight from 11th to 7th. Like, chopping and changing all the time. But they've scored 31 goals, but they've conceded the third worst in the division of 40. What was it?
42.
42. Which is it's not. We've
got a goal difference of -11. We've got a goal difference of +8, and they've got -11, and they're 2 points behind us.
Mad that.
But some of the games they've lost. They got beat off. Was it Watford 5-1? They've been beat 4-0. They've won 10, drew 5, lost 10. So it's not that dissimilar to ours. No. To be fair, well, obviously it won't be. They're only 2 points behind. They're 11th in the league. Like I say, Paul's just mentioned, they've scored 31. They've conceded 42. The last 5 games, they've lost 1, lost 1. But in their last 4, they've only won 1 game, and the only reason they won that was because it was against Leeds. So you think, well, that's a good result. But Leeds had a player sent off early in the second half, and they made that count.
Well, Stephen, they've got some good players. Will Keane, good striker. I remember his time at Wigan.
He's always scored against us.
He has. He scored against us the first game of the season.
Yeah, well, yeah. and I said it. We were watching it here, and I was like, I knew it.
I knew, right. What's his name and all? No, I was there. I done a vlog, man.
No, you were there. Where was I?
Did I? You'll have been out on the drink, probably.
I can't remember.
But anyway, he scored against us when he was at Wigan as well. He's really good goal scorer. He's only got 6 this season, 2 assists. You've got Liam Lindsay, centre-half, who's on 3 goals. You know what we like with set pieces, Stephen. Rotherham, literally, that's all their plan was, really, wasn't it?
Oh, God,
set pieces, corners, free kicks, they were there waiting.
You've got Liam Miller, also a forward. He's got 3 goals and 4 assists. You've got Milutin Osmajic. Excuse the pronunciation, but at least I'll give it a go, unlike him. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists so far this season. They've got 2 midfielders who you've got to keep an eye on, and that's Alan Brown and Dwayne Holmes. Brown's got 4 goals, 2 assists, and Holmes has got 3 goals and 4 assists. So, yes, they might have conceded shed loads this season, but they are popping up with quite a few goals this season. They've got goals coming from all the forwards and the midfielders, which we need to keep an eye on Monday.
In my thumbnail on the Rotherham preview, I said, let's back them. That wasn't. I didn't think we were going to back them, because at the end, my score prediction was 2-1. But what we should have. That's what I'm saying. It's been a while since we put a team to the sword, I think it was Southampton, 5-0.
We got sussed after the Southampton game.
We did, aye.
And we've never done anything to change anything since.
No.
Same formation, same tactics, same lineup pretty much, just tweaking it when we've had to. And I'm pig sick of it. I'm pig sick of watching Robertson Clark just cut in. Pig sick of saying nobody meant to run in the box because there's no point. And if we're the fans, we're sitting there watching how easy we are to defend against. And the people who's getting paid a fortune to run it aren't doing anything about it. And I'm like, are they scared to drop these players because they have been so influential? You can say, yes, they have been influential. Without Clark's goals, we'd be in shit state. But also, look at it this way. Without Clark playing, we might be higher in the league. We might have scored more goals because we would have to change the way we play football. It means we wouldn't just be saying, give it to Clark and get him to cut inside and try and do his magic. We might have wingers putting crosses into the forwards that we've got. We've got 4 forwards. They are getting slagged off to death. I don't know why, because they've never freaking played. It makes no sense to me, the way we're doing it. If you've got a big squad, it's no good saying squad rotation now when we're coming at the end of the busy Christmas period.
Well, that's just simply down not having a plan B. And surely you've got to have a plan B when you know that you're being sussed out. But the thing is, for me, Steve, when we come up against teams who like to play football or like to give it a go, we do tend to play better. But when we're coming up against teams we should easily be beaten, we didn't know what to do.
No,
sitting in part of the bus, we're kind of
sitting in part of the bus. You're right. Right. You cover him, then we're settled.
We're sorted, right? We'll tackle our chances, we'll get a set piece and we'll win the game. And that's happened numerous times. Plymouth, oh my God, Millwall, Stoke, you name it. There's a lot of Huddersfield at home. No, things have got to change. Instructions got to change. This is what
I didn't even mention him.
You didn't mention him. This is what winds me up about what's going on now with that at the minute. It's clear and evident to say that with Barr, he's got to have a certain amount of minutes, but for the life of us, I can't say why. What he offers the team is just... I I'm stuck for words, mate. I cannot understand why he's
When Roberts went off, I thought, right, perfect opportunity here. Stick the striker on. Sorry for swearing.
No.
Stick the striker on. Push Al-Sheesh out on the wing. Al-Sheesh out on the wing. Have Bellingham playing in behind the striker. Perfect opportunity. No, what we'll do is we'll keep all the forwards on the bench still, and we'll put Barr on, who's never done nout all season.
Well, me up, mate. Do you know what it was? It was like there's about 4 or 5 midfielders that were getting in front of our striker. It's becoming a joke when not one striker has scored all year. We're going into a new year, and now it's going to be not one striker scored a goal.
No.
That's not, like you said, down to the striker though, because they're not getting started. Rusum was £3 million. We haven't paid that. We haven't spent that on a player for God knows how long. Start the lad.
When he was starting, before he got his little hamstring injury, he was impressing everyone. He was playing. Right. He was playing good football. He was making striker runs, and you could see certain times, like the likes of Neil and Ekwar, were actually trying to feed him in rather than feed it out wide of Robertson Clark, because that's all we ever do.
That's shit, man.
And then he had a little injury, and he's never been back in since. Why not? What's going on? Is there something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? If there is, they're keeping the cards tight to the chest. But you didn't go from being the starting striker and creating things and impressing the crowd and impressing everybody to then just being never used again after you've come back from your little injury. There's something not right. I mean, why the hell did Burstow come on at half time yesterday for Al-Sheesh when Al-Sheesh shouldn't have went off, it should have been Bellingham.
They should have put Rusum on.
Like I said, the team selection, the tactics, the substitutions. Pritchard's got to start. Ekwar's got to be dropped. We need to start a striker, at least one striker. We need to change it. We need to change the way we go about things. Otherwise, it's just going to be a long, long season, and we're just going to keep on slipping up against teams we shouldn't be. And
that's down to Plan B, though, mate. Surely you've got a
but our Plan A is shit.
But then you got to Plan B.
Yeah, but if your Plan A is being sussed for that long, you change it.
You do, yeah.
You didn't just say, oh, well, this is my plan, so I've got to stick with it. No, we'll try and change it. No, right, Plan A has been sussed. Right, let's go with a different one.
But what you said there earlier...
Mr. Glass half full is becoming Mr. Glass half empty.
I'm not as bad at it. The tables have turned, mate.
Oh, no, they have.
I think we're only a couple of players away from a good team, but then again, they're not going to change the way they're playing. They're not going to change the players. Spar starting, for me, is just... not starting, just even getting involved in the game has been...
But if Roberts is injured for Monday, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, Joseph Bennett was on the bench. He's been talking about rotation, bring the kid in. But even put Pritchard out on the wing. If we gone 3 at the back with... I said this to you before we started. We're gone with Ballard, Silt and 09 at the back. Then Pembele impressed you against Rotherham.
Yeah.
He can play a wing back, and same with Hume on the opposite side. Then Neil... See, this is where I was having a to and fro. You really want to play Pritchard as a number 8.
But I don't know, if you play 5, if you play with wing backs and you have a holding midfielder as well.
Aye.
So you can have Neil as that holding man.
But we're not
and then you can push Pritchard further forward.
That's what I would
me personally, I know you keep on saying Bellingham up front and all that. He's not a striker for me.
No, I want Rusum up front.
Not yet, but what I'd say is I'll have Neil and Bellingham in centre midfield.
Aye. But then,
because that's the midfielders. Bellingham's a midfielder. You can try and play him wherever you want, but he's a fucking midfielder.
Are you going to stick Pritchard out on the wing if Roberts is injured?
No.
Yeah, you want to put that?
No.
That's the thing, isn't it, mate? It's
Al-Sheesh.
You could put Bellingham, Joseph Bennett.
Al-Sheesh. Or he's not going to put Bennett out. He's never played a minute of football since Southampton.
No, true.
But Al-Sheesh, I'd put Al-Sheesh out in the wing, and then I'll Pritchard behind Rusum. I'll drop Ekwar. 100%. 100% drop Ekwar. But then again, then you've got Clark as well. Hold on, the players you've just mentioned there, right?
He played against Hull.
Back 3, wing backs, that's 5. Neil and Bellingham. That's 7, 8. Right, we've only got 3 left. Rusum, Pritchard.
Clark.
Oh no, you can have Clark and Pritchard playing in behind Rusum.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'll see you're dropped as well, mate. Trying to do quick maths there, bloody hell. Oh man, it's Christmas, man. I've drunk a lot and I'm not well.
No, but like you were saying there, mate, you were impressed with Pembele.
No, listen, he didn't come on and rock me world. You know what I mean? But he was trying different things. He nearly scored a header. That header he did was fantastic. He got up well, headed it, a little bit more power. It was bottom corner. It was a downward header. I loved it, me. And so he was in the box for the crosses. No. Which I like to see.
That's what I'm saying.
So
that's another thing. If we're going to put balls in the box, midfielders have got to break the neck and get into the box as well as if we start a striker. If not, you need bodies in and around the box when that ball's coming in.
Well, it's also the delivery. The delivery yesterday when I was watching the times where our players did try and cut it across the box. There was no look in front. There was no player arriving at the edge of the 18-yard box, which is where the ball should have been going to. You basically, if you're running down if you go where Clark does, where you got the edge of the 6-yard box, you need people running at the edge of the 6-yard box. So that's where you cut it back to. If you cut it in from a bit further out than the 6-yard box, then you aim for the penalty spot in the middle of the penalty spot and the edge of the 8-yard box, where you've got one of your midfielders running in for that. But all of our balls that got cut in yesterday went straight over Rotherham player.
And another thing, what I would like to say is the overlapping fullbacks. We've said this for God knows how long. When Clark's getting doubled up on, if he is going to kick the ball and try and mack things up himself, then surely an overlapping fullback will pull one of them defenders away.
But at the same time as saying that, I've seen it quite a few times where Huggins or Hume, whichever one it's been, has overlapped Roberts or Clark, and then they've cut inside. So they've overlapped, but then they've cut inside.
But I'm not. But the two first, if someone overlaps and they take one of the defenders away because he gets doubled up on all the time.
No, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. But as a fullback, if you're going to overlap, then you're wasting energy.
I wouldn't be surprised if we say Chris Rigg up front rather than a striker.
Chris Rigg's being put back with the young ones again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You know what I mean?
It's
ridiculous.
Like you say, he said rotation, so hopefully we can pray for rotation. That means we're going to see a striker. If Preston sit in, we're going to struggle. If they come at us, then it's going to be an open game. We might put a couple past them. So, score prediction then, Steve.
Well, this season, ironically, we've been better at home than we have been away. Not taking last home game into account. Listen, so first game of 24. It's the 5 days before the Weir Tyne derby. By the way, I need to pull you about that. It's the Weir Tyne derby because it's at Sunderland. You keep on calling it the Tyne Weir derby, and it's pissing me off. But it's the Weir Tyne derby. The players should be up for it. I know the fans will be up for it. We're at home. We have got ability to do it. I'm going to go with my old 3-1.
3-1?
I'm going to go with 3-1. Will Kane to score their goal.
Well, I've just said my piece there. Regardless if they're going to sit in or not, because what we're doing is not working the moment the teams do that. They're coming away from home, and I think they're about 21st or 22nd or something for away form, so they're not the best away. Does that mean they're going to sit in? Who knows? You could just go around in circles thinking about things. But regardless, we need a plan B.
Plan B. What's that?
You're
going 2-1.
2-1, I'm going, fuck it. Right then, that's about it from me and Stephen. It's been a long one, but we'd like to thank everybody on the channel.
It's been a long one.
Subscribers.
I talked about the video, I talked about the year.
Both.
Bloody hell.
But it's been a long video. Thanks to everybody and all the support you've shown throughout the
year. It's been a long year. It's been my first full year on the channel. Thanks to everyone who's come on the live streams, commented on the videos. I don't know why I'm pointing the live streams because we're not doing one now.
We're thinking of that.
That's what we did. Everyone who's interacted with us, commented with us, supported us, subscribed to us, it really does mean a lot. We appreciate everything. And like I said, we wouldn't do this if we didn't have people watching it, and that's because of you. So thank you, everybody. I hope you all had a great Christmas. We hope you have a brilliant end of the year and enjoy yourselves at New Year. We shall see you on the first day of 2024 outside the stadium. If it's pissing down, we'll be inside the stadium, but we'll be there. We'll be there about 11:30, 12:15. For the Preston game. If you want to come and see hello. If you want to be on the channel, we'll get you on the channel.
Just come straight down and ask us. Also, Happy New Year. Hit the thumbs up.
And subscribe if you're new. Away, lads!